everyone this November.
Now from ABC 7, live breaking news.
I've been through the pandemic. I'm an essential worker, so I've been working, since March. And 40-hour-a-day weeks. So this is just okay, on top of everything else, now you have to start doing this. So whatever, I'm game for the fight. Bring it.
It doesn't make it any less scary, though. A testament of the strength and fortitude here in the Bay Area, especially for our neighbors in the North Bay as they fight yet another string of wildfires. Good morning to you. I'm Reggie Aki.
And I'm Jobina Fortson. Thanks for joining us. It's been a very difficult morning. All morning long, we've been talking about 3 fires: the Glass, Boysen, and Shady fires in Napa and Sonoma counties. Well, now they have all merged together and are being referred to as the Glass Incident Fire. It has burned more than 11,000 acres across both counties, and there's no containment.
I'm going to show you another map now. This is the mandatory evacuation order in Sonoma County. It's indicated by the large orange blob in the center of the screen. The yellow area to the north and the west, that is the evacuation warning zone. So that means people have to be prepared to leave. And here's a look at the area that is under mandatory evacuation in Napa County, again indicated in blue. Now, yellow is the area that is in evacuation warning here. So we have a detailed list of the evacuations running at the bottom of your screen. It's also on our website, abc7news.com, and our ABC7 News app.
We have live team coverage of the Glass Incident wildfire. We are going to start with ABC7 News reporter Liz Kreutz, who is live in Santa Rosa for us. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Jobina and Reggie. Good morning. This was a very scary and fast-moving fire that burned through East Santa Rosa overnight. It burned multiple homes here in the Skyhawk neighborhood that we're in. In fact, you can see behind me, here's one of them. Flames still burning right now. This many hours later, you can see the smoke. This home sadly reduced to rubble. But this isn't a situation like the 2017 Camp Fire where the entire community was fully decimated. I want to show you across the street here. We're on Los Alamos Road, and you can see these homes here untouched. The home right next to this home that burned also unscathed. So again, we sound like a broken record, but these fires are so erratic and so random to where they hit. Either way, though, we know that this was a frightening night and a very destructive night for many. It was a long and busy night for firefighters working against the wind to fight the flames burning fast and sporadically through East Santa Rosa.
Unfortunately, the fire did continue to progress as we had anticipated that it may, and it did get in and has burned a number of structures in the area.
Overnight, the fire jumped Highway 12. Thousands of residents forced to evacuate. Among them, those living in the Oakmont Senior Living community. Buses were brought in to help transport elderly residents, many still wearing pajamas and, of course, their masks. This morning, the community appeared largely spared, but at least one home on White Oak Drive did catch fire. Crews worked fast and hard to stop it from spreading.
We have active firefights taking place, dozens and dozens of engines and strike teams moving into the area.
Still, crews are stretched thin. The erratic winds fueling unpredictable spot fires like this one on Channel Drive. This palm tree, there were just a few little flames in it when we first arrived here about 5 minutes ago. Now completely engulfed in flames. Just a symbol of what we're dealing with here in California. This beautiful palm tree destroyed. Just down the road, Patrick Ryan was one of few people who stayed behind with a hose and even a smile to protect his property.
I'm ready to boogie out whenever it gets, too hectic. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my property.
I'm just curious. Are you tired? I just feel like a lot of evacuees, for a lot of times, we're resilient, we're going to rebuild, and people are just tired now.
No, I've been through the pandemic. I'm an essential worker, so I've been working, since March. And 40-hour-a-day weeks. So this is just okay, on top of everything else, now you have to start doing this. So whatever, I'm game for the fight. Bring it.
I appreciate your positive spirits. Thank you.
It is what it is. We can only be here doing what we can do. It's we're all Californians. Let's just try to do this together.
We are all still Californians. We did just learn that this fire, unfortunately, has now reached Annandale State Park all night. That was a top priority for firefighters to try and prevent it from getting there, and this has prompted more evacuation warnings. For the evacuees, you should know that the Sonoma Marin Fairgrounds in Petaluma, the Petaluma Veterans Hall, and the Sonoma Raceway are all open for evacuees. Live here in Santa Rosa, Liz Kreutz, ABC 7 News.
That is disappointing news to hear that it's reached the park. I know they were trying so hard to avoid that from happening. Liz, thank you. The glass fire has exploded in size, destroying properties in nearby St. Helena. Now, we know several wineries are already gone, and some other property that you may know is also destroyed. ABC 7 News reporter Amy Hollyfield continues our team coverage. And Amy, I know you've been taking a tour around and have seen some really sad images.
And look at how smoky it still is here, Reggie. Look at this orange glow. And yes, we have seen so much destruction here this morning, starting here at the Glass Mountain Inn Bed and Breakfast. This is here in Deer Park. This is along the Silverado Trail, which was hit really hard overnight. This inn is gone. Here is a look at the glass fire overnight. It spread so fast and raged with so much power. Firefighters say it burned 11,000 acres. We saw it up in the hills. We saw it in the flatlands, including on Pratt Road in St. Helena early this morning. Firefighters were there to watch the houses on that road and make sure residents were all gone. As the sun came up, we saw all the smoke and all the damage and met with many nervous residents wondering if their homes were okay. They had already evacuated and they wanted to know what had happened. We asked one how he and his family were holding up. He said it's just so unbelievable that this happens year after year.
It's hard to explain, hard to put into words right now. It's just, yeah, I mean, you can't think about it till it's over. And then when you just kind of look back and reflect on it, then you realize how crazy it is. But right now it's just about, doing what needs to be done.
Here's a look at the Chateau Boswell Winery on fire overnight. We stopped by this morning to see the damage. This is all that's left. This is also on the Silverado Trail. The winery and the inn, they have the most damage that we have seen. Other wineries people have asked us to check on, including Rumbauer and Duckhorn. They all look okay. So what has been amazing this morning, though, are the spot fires that we keep seeing. We saw a big one along the Silverado Trail around 9:30 this morning. And then, of course, there is so much smoke. I checked in with CAL FIRE just a few moments ago. They say they do believe some homes have also been destroyed in this area. They do not have a count at this time. They also haven't heard of any injuries or any loss of life. They say that they will have a thorough update again for us at 7 o'clock tonight. Right now, they're just still in the battle. Reporting live from Deer Park, Amy Hollyfield, ABC 7 News.
Thank you, Amy. This morning, Sky 7 was over the North Bay shortly after the sun came up. The Shady Fire is that volcanic-looking plume in the background there, and the glass fire is in the foreground. As you can see, the air is very smoky, and I want to bring in meteorologist Lisa Argent for a closer look at the weather conditions in the fire zone. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Javina. You're absolutely right, and as we look at this visible picture, two things going on. We have fog surging up from the south, and we have what you said looks like that volcanic reaction with all the smoke from the fires here in the North Bay. So both of these things are going to definitely influence our temperatures throughout the day today. So the winds blowing to the northeast, pushing the smoke offshore, and then a southerly surge at the same time, keeping temperatures along the coast just in the low 60s right now. But at the surface, really no wind. And so that's the key. That's why the smoke is still elevated. That's why some of you are still looking at okay air quality here. Look at the warm temperatures, though, in Mountain View. 87, 82 in San Francisco, 81 in Gilroy. That's 61 in Half Moon Bay. And from our East Bay Hills camera, it's moderate air quality there. 74 in Santa Rosa. Big difference, though. Down the road in Novato, 91, and Livermore's at 91. So we are still looking at the elevated smoke, north to northeast winds gusting from, say, 15 to 30 miles an hour. These will continue to subside, and then that's when the smoke is going to come down into the lower levels of the atmosphere more so. So as we're under the moderate air quality now, look at Santa Rosa, poor for sensitive groups, and as we go across the bay and into the South Bay, everyone is seeing a little bit of haze. It's going to continue to get worse as these winds lighten up, and then as we look at the current conditions right now, very dry conditions, still breezy out there, and so we'll be looking at, and once again, the air quality deteriorating, temperatures influenced in the North Bay from the smoke. It won't be as hot, and also along the coast, we're going to see that sea breeze. So we'll put it all together for you when we see you again in my full AccuWeather 7-day forecast. But Francis is here with an update on the traffic. Hi there.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, everyone. We've been tracking the road closures in the North Bay, and the list has grown longer and longer. Over 50 roads now closed. Here are the major spots you'll want to know about. So, Highway 128 closed through Calistoga and St. Helena. Highway 29 closed as well between St. Helena and Napa. And Highway 12 closed through the Kenwood area between Santa Rosa and Glen Ellen. So, specifically on Highway 29, it's closed between Deer Park Road and Lincoln Avenue. And on 128, Deer Park Road up to Pine Street in Calistoga. Also, Highway 12 closed between Mission Boulevard and Arnold Drive through both directions. If you're heading out of Calistoga, you'll also need to avoid Petrified Forest Road, Silverado Trail, and head north on 29 or 128. And then, of course, that 12 stretch is closed between Santa Rosa down to Glen Ellen. And just a heads up for the temporary evacuation points, we did hear that Petaluma Veterans Boulevard is at capacity, so head over to Santa Rosa, Sonoma Marin Fairgrounds, or Sonoma Raceway. Reggie?
Francis, thank you. Governor Newsom is going to have a news conference today, and he's going to be covering, once again, two different topics. First, the state's response to the wildfires, and also COVID-19. We're going to be streaming it live right here on ABC7 and online at abc7news.com and our free ABC7 News app. Again, that's at noon. And as we track these fires, we are constantly sending out updated information like what you see here. You can get the latest right to your phone. Just download that free ABC7 News app.
And our coverage of the
glass incident wildfire continues right after this break.
And we are live in Petaluma, where a fairground is being used as an evacuation center for both people and animals.
They feeling good, like I should. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
App-based drivers like me are retirees, students, real estate agents, hairstylists, a lot of other independent contractors that just need something in between, and they need the flexibility to be able to do it on their schedule. 80% of drivers drive only a few hours a week, and by a 4-to-1 margin, drivers want to stay independent contractors. Prop 22 protects our ability to stay independent. Join me and hundreds of thousands of drivers in voting yes on Prop 22.
Prop 21 is good for California.
Keep families in their homes. Vote yes.
In this ad for Prop 21, this guy's not even a veteran. He's an actor trying to trick you, and it's sickening. Just like Prop 21, pretending to be something it isn't. California veterans oppose 21 because it makes the housing crisis worse, with no plan to build affordable housing or help bring homeless vets off our streets. Stand with the men and women who actually wore our country's uniform. No on 21.
Bay Area homeowners, do you have low water pressure where you can't even wash the shampoo out of your hair? You know, the same shower that you yell, "Don't flush the toilet, I'm in the shower!" It's time to get rid of those old, rusty, corroded pipes and call Repipe Specialist to get brand new PEX or copper pipes. Repipe Specialists will repipe your home in just 1 or 2 days at half the cost of a plumber. Plus, we offer a lifetime guarantee. Call today for your free in-home estimate to get great water pressure and no more leaks.
Our home was burned to the ground in the Tubbs fire. The flames, the ash, it was terrifying. Thousands of family homes are destroyed in wildfires. Families are forced to move, and higher property taxes are a huge problem. Prop 19 limits taxes on wildfire victims so families can move without a tax penalty. 19 will help rebuild lives. Vote yes on 19.
Free their children.
Visit vote.org to participate in this landmark election. Vote what you started.
Because your future matters. ABC7, building a better Bay Area.
Welcome back. Our wildfire coverage continues now in Sonoma County, where many people forced to evacuate their homes have ended up at the Sonoma Marin Fairgrounds in Petaluma. That's where we find ABC7 News reporter Stephanie Sierra this morning. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey there, Jobina. Yeah, we just learned this is one of the biggest evacuation centers for both families and animals, including pets and livestock. There are 160 evacuees here now that have been bussed in overnight. A majority of them are from retirement homes in Oakmont, and they arrived around 4 o'clock this morning. This has really become a transformational shelter because there are different entrances on each side for both evacuees, livestock, and of course families. And due to privacy concerns, our cameras are not allowed onto the fairgrounds, but we do know there will be 3 buildings accommodating evacuees inside, including the giant dome Herzog Hall. And those plans are still a work in progress at this point. For now, evacuees are staying inside their cars, spaced 6 feet apart. It's still unclear if evacuees will have to sleep in their cars or if some will be housed inside overnight. Meantime, all livestock is being housed in barns just down the street here. And we want to show you what we're seeing here. This is one of 2 lots that are accommodating evacuees to park. They're all spaced 6 feet apart, and they are temporarily staying here until they can get further word on their plans to find some, to either get to their families or find shelter. But at this point, as we heard Liz mention earlier in the show, these families are tired. They've been through COVID, and now they've been forced from their homes. It's a very emotional time, and this center is really representative of that, given it used to be a COVID testing site, and it's now been transformed into an evacuation shelter. So they are working on plans to ensure that those evacuees who will be staying here will be safe, spaced 6 feet apart. But again, it's still unclear if they're going to be able to be housed inside overnight. We're awaiting an update from the CEO here in just a few minutes. We're live in Petaluma. Stephanie Sierra, ABC 7 News.
Thank you, Stephanie. Santa Rosa Junior College is closed all day today due to ongoing evacuations and power outages related to the glass incident fire. The school said all activities and classes, including ones held online, are canceled for the day. We've got other school closures at the bottom of your screen. You can also find them on abc7news.com. And we know a lot of people are wondering right now, how can you help? ABC 7 has teamed up with the Red Cross and TV stations up and down the West Coast to raise money for people affected by the wildfires. You can donate online right now. Just go to redcross.org/ABC.
President Trump's elusive tax returns have finally come to light. He paid just $750 in federal income tax in 2016, the year he took office, and then another $750 in his first year in the White House. This according to the New York Times, which obtained more than 2 decades worth of the president's tax records. The paper says the president paid no taxes at all for 10 out of 15 years before taking office, mainly because he reported losing more money than he made. The president is denying all of this.
Totally fake news. No, actually, I paid tax, and you'll see that as soon as my tax returns. It's under audit.
Now, these records don't actually show how much money President Trump has, but we do know that he was hemorrhaging cash, according to the New York Times, and revenue from his TV show, The Apprentice, is now running out. The Times says more than $300 million in loans for which the president is personally responsible come due within the next 4 years. In the past, Mr. Trump has boasted about beating the tax system.
I have legally used the tax laws to my benefit and to the benefit of my company, my investors, and my employees.
A decade-long audit battle with the IRS could cost the president $100 million if the agency rules against him. And we're going to be right back with another check of the weather with Lisa.
Because your future matters. ABC 7, building a better Bay Area.
On Jeopardy! Good luck. Here we go. See if you notice a theme here. The Jeffersons, and when you say the Jeffersons, hey, moving on up. A deluxe category in the sky on Jeopardy!
Tonight at 7, only on ABC 7.
It's a terrible proposition. It's of no benefit to a dialysis patient. Prop 23 could shut down my clinic. It's a death sentence. Prop 23 is dangerous. Please vote no.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. I do motivational speaking.
In addition to the substitute teaching, I honestly feel that that's my calling, to give back to younger people. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life.
Bud, I just got a 1.99% rate, 2.172 APR 15-year fixed refi from owning. With that rate, it's my last refi, and I'll own my home free and clear in just 180 months. Call 833-7-OWNING for your last refi.
No matter how far you go, the pain is always around the corner.
The American Nurses Association California strongly opposes 23 because it would force many dialysis clinics to shut down.
Protect me and 80,000 other dialysis patients. Please vote no on Prop 23.
Discover holiday magic and save on a Walt Disney World vacation today.
From our Sutro Tower cam, you can watch this live cam and others from around the Bay Area 24/7 on our new streaming app. It's available to download now on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV. Along with the cameras, you can also watch our newscasts live and on demand. So as we look at our visible picture, I want to show you this to you again because it's so interesting with the southerly surge of the fog and all the smoke that is being blown to the south and west from the fires up to the north. So all of these communities here are being influenced with not as hot temperatures, but of course worse air quality because of the smoke. And then the communities from San Mateo even into San Francisco and Marin County later on being influenced by the low clouds and fog. The rest of us, well, we'll still be seeing the heat. And another picture here, you can see how that smoke is just being pushed off to the ocean. Now that's all going to change as we lose our offshore flow later on tonight and tomorrow. There's a look at Emeryville, 86 in San Francisco, probably reached your high temperature about now with 85 in San Jose, only 63 Half Moon Bay. And air quality doesn't look too bad here from the Golden Gate Bridge and in the city because that smoke is elevated. It's above 3,000 and 4,000 feet. 74 in Santa Rosa, 91 by the Delta. Pretty strong wind there with low 90s in Livermore. So we are looking at the winds continuing out of the northeast. Pretty strong, 20 to 25 miles an hour, but not as strong as they've been. So slowly they're going to come down and they will switch to an onshore flow late tonight. But air quality in between now and then. Poor for the North and East Bay, Santa Clara Valley. Worst, of course, in the North Bay for sensitive groups. And then in the days ahead, I think we're going to see more of those hazy, smoky conditions. As we look at our relative humidity, this is at the surface, just 12% in Hayward. It is dry everywhere. 18% American Canyon. And as we go up 1,000 feet, yes, anywhere from 13 to 12% going down into the single digits. So that sea breeze can't come soon enough. But unfortunately, the fog layer is going to be shallow. You can see it banking up along the coast here throughout Tuesday morning. And we'll see a little bit of it press inland. And that will help us out, but not enough to help out our friends in our inland East Bay. But if we take this further, then we're going to see that wind shift. Here we are into Tuesday, that southerly surge right along the coast. And then by Wednesday and Thursday, still looking at weak winds, but by the time we get to Friday, that system to the north allowing for a more widespread cool down. So looking at highs today, coming down into the 80s and 90s with the smoke, still triple digits inland, that afternoon sea breeze. I don't think you're going to reach that 94 though in San Francisco. The AccuWeather 7-day forecast, 70s at the coast, triple digit heat inland, and we'll have worse air quality through tomorrow And then I think it'll get a little better before it gets worse again on Thursday and Friday. And then finally, maybe getting back to some average early October numbers over the weekend. Jovina?
Oh, definitely pulling for those average temperatures. Thank you, Lisa. If you want to keep track of all the fires burning in the state, you can use ABC7's exclusive wildfire tracker. It's right on abc7news.com and the free ABC7 News app. We also have an air quality tracker. We have an important programming note to tell you about. Major League Baseball's 2020 playoffs swing into action starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. with the Astros and Twins right here on ABC7 because of the games. Midday Live will air at 2 p.m. tomorrow and Wednesday, and General Hospital will be preempted so you won't miss any of the new episodes. And we will be right back with our fire coverage after this break.
Comedian Alana Glazer, plus viewing gender as more than male or female. What it means to be non-binary. Next, Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall, today at 1 on ABC7.
Do you have an open wound on your foot or lower leg? Do you have poor circulation and burning pain sometimes? Are you diabetic? There is a clinical trial evaluating a gene therapy in an investigational use to see if it helps wound healing of ischemic foot and lower leg ulcers. Qualified participants will receive all study-related care, including doctor visits, study medication, and financial compensation for time and travel. If you have an open foot or lower leg wound, call 415-237-4838.
Navigate the road of life with Blue Shield of California and AAA. We're excited to introduce our new Medicare Supplement Plan G Inspire, designed to keep you safer and more independent on and off the road. Call 866-957-8517 to enroll today. With benefits like a classic AAA membership with 24/7 roadside assistance, reimagine your journey with a Medicare plan that offers more, including the Blue Shield benefits you value most, like an allowance for over-the-counter items, vision benefits, Silver Sneakers Fitness and Wellness Program, access to doctors on call 24/7 by phone or video, and more.
I count on my Blue Shield Medicare plan.
Your road to the right coverage starts here with Blue Shield and AAA. Get Plan G Inspire. Enroll today. Call 866-957-8517. Plus, get a $10 Amazon gift card when you attend a Medicare webinar.
App-based drivers like me are retirees, students, real estate agents, hairstylists, a lot of other independent contractors that just need something in between, and they need the flexibility to be able to do it on their schedule. 80% of drivers drive only a few hours a week, and by a 4-to-1 margin, drivers want to stay independent contractors. Prop 22 protects our ability to stay independent. Join me and hundreds of thousands of drivers in voting yes on Prop 22.
We're all in this together. And
what you're looking at right now is a meeting with Sonoma County, City of Santa Rosa, and CAL FIRE officials. They are holding a news conference on part of the glass incident wildfire in Sonoma County, specifically the Shady Fire there. They say they are assessing the damage right now. A lot has been destroyed, but there's no official count on the number of destroyed structures. One important note, they want to get out. When firefighters tell you to leave, leave. Please leave. You can watch this right now. It is streaming on our app and on abc7news.com.
Amazon announced today that its Prime Day is going to be October 13th and 14th. Now, this two-day annual sales event usually happens in mid-July, but they postponed it because of the coronavirus pandemic. Prime Day is sort of Amazon's version of Christmas in the summer, with sales routinely outpacing Black Friday. The e-commerce giant has never held at this late and never in the fourth quarter, which also includes Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Amazon thinks that Prime Day this year is going to be bigger than ever.
All right, we will have more on our wildfire coverage when we come back.
Thanks for calling 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Do you make junk disappear?
Yes, ma'am.
When?
Now.
And that's... Ooh, take it all.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
The unfair money bail system. He accused of rape, while he accused of stealing $5. The Stanford rapist could afford bail, got out the same day. The senior citizen could not. Forced to wait in jail nearly a year. Voting yes on Prop 25 ends this failed system, replacing it with one based on public safety. Because the